Go for it.
All right, welcome to the TKO podcast. It was the first live stream?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
TKO Open Mic live stream. This is
Yeah.
where we let anybody who wants to talk about some shit talk about some shit. We're not doing a show, so why let the channel go dark?
Exactly.
All right. Well, my name's Adam Urban. I'm trying to, I guess, be the first one to host this live stream. So, and we have who we have in here? Eric, right? And
yeah.
Chris
Yep.
and Dale. So welcome to the
It's a slow
show.
start.
Yeah.
Bugs?
It's a slow start. Only got 3, but I'm sure more will show up.
That's all right. While you're talking it up and everything, I'm gonna share this link in the groups.
Hell yeah.
All right.
See if we can get some realm love.
Yeah, I was trying to find somebody that was, to be on here, like, just starting off collecting anything, but I have no time in my life, so.
That would actually be an interesting perspective to get somebody that like just entered the collecting world, just to see what their first impressions are of the fandom as a whole.
Right, because when I first got into it, it was just like, seeing everything online. I was like, oh, I need to get that. I need to get that. I had no rhyme or reason on what I was even trying to fucking do.
Yep. I remember when I first started back this time up. It was 2014 or so, and I'm just looking on eBay and on the internet and seeing all these shit. I'm like, oh man, I want that. Oh, that's awesome.
Right.
Meanwhile, 4 years later, I look at the same shit. I'm like, that's garbage. The only exception is Cubex Huff. That was the one that got me into it, and I still love the thing.
Yep. Even with its wonky feet.
I don't give a fuck. And it's shedding paint.
Yeah, well, when I got back to collecting, I was out of it for so long, like I was oblivious to like the MP line and everything, and I was like, oh man, I needed to get that,
Mm-hmm.
After collecting for a little bit, just going to Walmart and grabbing a Hasbro product or something. I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool, and then I'm like, my GT Lamb side swipe was my first one. I'm like, well, this is fucking badass. I'm not going back.
Tell you what though, this new line, it's something. I like
the Siege. Yeah.
You got any in hand yet, Bugs?
Well, I just got the Micromasters and the Target Masters, but my order is still processing through Hasbro Toy Shop. I have the worst luck with that website. Like my buddy Joe Bush from Stasis Lock, he's in Milwaukee. He paid via PayPal too, and he got his order today, and mine's still processing. It hasn't even shipped out yet, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'll be really pissed off if I miss out on my $10 deluxes.
By the time I saw that link, they were all done.
Well, actually, it's more like $8 deluxes because it was 20% off too.
Mm.
So I think I paid $33 shipped for 4 of them. So that's like buy one get one free right now. Plus they give you $7 back.
Yeah. You're right. Right. Yeah. I haven't gotten any of the lines yet, the Siege line, but I definitely want to get Hounded Sideswipe. They do look good.
They do look good, and the thing for me though is that with how good that Sideswipe looks, it's a definite upgrade to the previous Chug version. But at the same time, I can't bring myself to part with the Red Alert and Sunstreaker. Or the original Sideswipe because there isn't a Sunstreaker in Red Alert. Now I know they are doing the Red Alert, but I need that Sunstreaker before I can commit to getting rid of all 3 of those Chugs.
That's kind of how I feel. I just got rid of them. I'm downscaling some, so I got rid of a bunch of my Chugs, and I got rid of like 3 Ultra Magnets. I'm like, yeah, but I'm getting MP, so. But yeah, I was like, I'm gonna miss that one because I don't know. He's just my guy, my Autobot guy.
Well, and the that's the thing. It's like I am curious how many other, because I mean, when did the original fucking Chug come out? I want to say 2006, because they did the BotCon set in 2007. So I mean, there's a lot of molds in, because if you just consider the whole generations line the same line, even though they're all sublines. I have figures on my shelf that are 12 years old, going on 13 years old. So I get the feeling that we're going to see a lot more of those older ones from the beginning of Chug get replaced in this coming line.
Right.
I really hope they do all the fucking Seekers, but I don't know if that's
I was
even
just about to
possible.
say that. I was just about to say that the Seeker, and I don't know. I've seen some images of Soundwave. Is that what?
Yeah.
Is that the Siege line?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the Siege Soundwave. It's got kind of a wonky looking alt mode, but the bot mode is money.
Yeah, I like the bot mode. That's good.
That fucking Ravage though is trash.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't get a good look at that.
The Laserbeak looks pretty good. Imagine if fucking Ravage wore like really big shoulder pads on all his fucking shoulders.
Oh. Well, it would still be a step up of that piece of shit they did during Fall Cybertron with the data disc or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It's better than the Combiner Wars one they had.
Yeah, that was shit too.
The BotCon one?
No, the
Combiner Wars.
The one that was
that's Titan's Returns.
No, that was actually during Combiner, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was. No, not Soundwave. The Ravage, and then didn't Buzzsaw come out first in that line?
I don't remember. It wouldn't have made much sense for them to release the cassettes without Soundwave. I thought they had
no, they had the cassette because I had them forever. I have Ravage and Buzzsaw, and I've had them since I was collecting Combiners.
Yeah, Bugs. They weren't cassettes. They were more like they kind of look like cell phones
like cell phones,
flash drives.
Yeah. I know they were square.
Yeah.
Rectangle, and it turned into a plane in addition to.
Yeah.
I didn't buy those toys, but let me look it up here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was in the Combiner War line.
And they only ever did Frenzy of the robots. They never did Rumble.
Because they did the Beast Wars Ravage is the BotCon set in 2016 using the Combiner Wars breakdown mold, but the Ravage Legends class was in the Titan's Return line. I just confirmed that on TFU or TF Wiki. I see the Siege one here. Yeah, you were talking about how he has very thick upper legs on all four legs.
It's garbage.
But
the Laserbeak looks good because it's a Cybertronian Laserbeak. Looks great. Ravage.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's just it. I'd get it for the Laserbeak, the Ravage, and whatever, but I still have my original Chug Ravage that came with the Chug Hound.
Now, with the Siege line, does it seem like they cut down on all the hollowness? Like,
supposedly, that's what warranted the price increase. I haven't experienced any of the deluxes yet because they haven't shipped yet, but from what I'm hearing, they're a lot less waffly compared to like Combiner Wars or even Titan.
Right.
Titan's Return was pretty waffly, but at least Titan's Return was a step up in the regards of the waffleness compared to Combiner Wars.
Well, I mean, in this line, we're going from regular Eggos to fucking nice Belgian waffles.
I just bought some Eggos too. I was going to eat some before I got on this damn podcast. Some waffles.
Waffles.
Luftwaffles.
So how do you guys like doing raffles as in waffles online? Do you guys do raffles?
I did it once.
I have not partaken in any of the raffles yet, but it looks like we got another couple people joining us here.
Who we got?
We got
It's me.
DA, and we got Captain America himself.
Nah, that's Sergeant Slaughter.
Oh.
And your camera's sideways, John.
Yeah, I can see that.
He knows.
I'm getting a little sideways myself.
You did that on purpose.
That's all right. We don't need to see a video of you. We know how sexy bitch you are.
Yeah, I know.
Hmm.
So, what's good tonight, you guys?
Well, we're just getting started here, and Adam's got a list of questions, of things to discuss.
This is the TKO show, or what is this?
No.
I just had a curiosity. No,
This
it's
is
just
not
like
a TKO.
Well, it's open mic.
stuff? Oh, okay, all right.
Open live mic.
This is where we're actually serious.
That's pretty cool. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right. So,
And this is available to anybody who wants to do it. You got an idea for a show? Just come
Yeah,
with your
so-
ideas and your outlines and fucking go for it.
Yeah, I wonder if any new collectors out there listening. That'd be great if somebody come in and chime in.
yeah.
Can you imagine getting into this now? Like, I feel I got into it late in 2014.
Me too. I got into it late too. I'm like, yeah, I see everybody just like, I'm like, Jesus, man, I gotta catch up.
Yeah, I've been in since 2003.
I mean, I guess
15 for me, 2015. Yeah, is when I got back to it.
I guess the advantage, other than that fandom has turned into a fucking cesspool of animals.
Oh, it's always
Yeah.
been a cesspool. Everyone just has a voice now.
That's what I mean. But I think the advantage is you don't have to fucking buy and then rebuy. Because most of the good shit is out now.
Right.
Yeah. Well, except if you want a new Optimus Prime.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't worry, that thing comes out in August. By September, October, they're going to have the KO.
Exactly. I'm waiting for the KO because
True.
I simply can't afford $330. I can't.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Hey, actually, they just lowered the price a little bit more. I think you can get it for just a little over 300 right now.
I mean, that's more reasonable. I mean, I wouldn't I would think about it more, that's for sure. If there was a fucking Toys R Us, I could put it in layaway, I definitely would go that route.
Let's double check the price. Let's see. MP. Let's see. So
Yeah, I seen it for like $337 shit. $337 shit.
my original pre-order was like $313, but I think it actually went down even more.
Yeah, I think it's 308 now.
Huh.
I hear it's
Yeah, see, 300
You know what? If they
is
would've just-
reasonable.
If they
That's
just would have
reasonable.
put it out for
Agreed.
$299, I don't think there'd been this much fucking backlash.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Never mind, it actually went up. I put in 36,129 yen, and it actually goes up to $320.
Oh no, the price is going to change every day with the exchange rate.
Well, the exchange rate isn't bouncing up too much. Oh, it went up 1/1000th of a penny.
Huh.
Ooh, wow.
That's one of the China factory workers' whole week's salary.
So I keep hearing rumors and shit that this Optimus is being manufactured in the Hot Toys factory. Does anyone know if that's
Really?
true?
I have
First time I
no
heard of
clue.
it.
Because
I just wonder about Optimus' legs in his alt mode, like the top of the, where the trailer goes. I want to see a picture of that.
You want to see where the fucking tab goes in the slot?
Yeah, because I just I don't know. I see a lot of going on behind his legs, I don't know.
Maybe it's magnetic. Maybe it's Maybelline.
actually, that would be kind of cool to have a magnetic fifth wheel. That's
Right.
something that hasn't been done on any Optimus third party or first party to this point.
That would be interesting.
And it's like I'm kind of curious how the trailer for the new one is inside, because I have both my MP10 trailer and I have the Fans Project trailer for my Chug, and they're both sitting on a shelf because I can't fit them anywhere else. And the trailers are damn near the same size, which is weird since one's Masterpiece and one's a Voyager. But
Right.
it'd be really neat if they could incorporate the disappearing trailer like Fans Project did, but I doubt that'll happen.
Yeah, that's a nice set. I have the Ultra Magnus one.
And, go ahead, Chris.
I was just gonna say, we got the discussion topics to get into.
Yeah, I mean,
I got a topic, but about all the whole Marvel fans all about to riot, waiting on the Avengers 4 trailer. Here I am. I'm just like, I got school going on. When it gets here, it gets here, and it's gonna be worth the wait. It's gonna probably be something mind blowing, and then people are just like, what it now? I'm like, can you people grow up? Marvel, how many times has Marvel done this? Like a lot.
That's the response they get. So why not do it again?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll see it when it comes on Cody. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it at all.
Well,
I do like that. I like the trailer. I like the trailer says Avenger 4 literally on the trailer, so that's pretty good. I thought that was funny.
Right. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm just being patiently waiting and not, freaking out like everyone else does. It's like is this like your bread and butter or something? We just had a Captain Marvel trailer released 2 days ago on Monday. It was 3 days ago. Jeez. And then the president's funeral was Tuesday, I think? Or was it Wednesday? I don't remember. But then people
Wednesday.
Yeah. So it's like, come on, pay your respects to I never really knew how he served as a president, but at the same time, come on, pay at least some respects. It's like, hell, the United States Postal Service, which was closed the other day, it's like, well,
not really.
We got to pay. Well, yeah, you got to pay respects one way or another. I would be surprised if the active duty military took a day off so they could pay their respects.
Oh, look at who popped in, Mr. Jed Vargo.
When the lights go down in the city and the sun shines on TKO.
Nice.
Wait, this is open mic, right? Open mic.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
Good. All right. What song are you singing, Adam?
What songs I'm singing, huh?
Yeah,
I can't carry a voice like that.
Oh man, sing some Slipknot or something.
Some Kumbaya.
Yeah, we don't do that. Another open mic night. Just do it karaoke night.
Oh yeah, I will not participate in that.
Live stream karaoke.
Hey, that could be a hit.
Well, officially, this is Adam's show and his time to do whatever he wants with. So he's running the bitch.
Oh.
Hey, all my questions were based on somebody a more beginner's perspective. But what are you guys looking into MP lines or Hasbro? I mean, this is not questions for you guys. You guys already know the answers.
Yeah.
But what are the questions?
Well, the first one, what Transformer line would you want to collect if you were thinking about collecting? As a beginner perspective.
Okay, so I guess we'll play it by answering it from a beginner's mindset.
Yeah, that would work.
Start out with your chugs, man. I mean,
Wait, do I have thousands of dollars or just tens?
You are
nobody jumps into nobody jumps into collecting right out the gate and is like, I'm just gonna start fucking throwing benches.
Well, I mean, that's the thing though, with social media that you could see so much more. It didn't take me long to figure out. I need to go on to something greater than chugs.
All right, Jed. You were raised by a Southern Baptist minister, and spending $45 on a toy is a sin. Go.
It's a sin. Okay. Wait, did I inherit money from him or did I murder him? Which one?
No, he just accused you of being a backslider.
I guess I'd have to go with the Walmart Transformers then at that point, and then hide them behind, hide them in my penalty shed.
I mean, do we know anybody who is strictly just a mainliner?
No.
No, not really.
I know a local guy that is that like literally only collects like, Hasbro.
I damn near. I mean, I've pretty much got mostly Transformers. I have some G.I. Joe stuff. I have like tons of Micro Machine stuff, but I don't collect that stuff no more. I got a few Marvel Legends. I've been trying to dabble in.
That can be a tough game.
Yeah, it's like. Plus, space is limited where I'm at, and
plus they don't even transform.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, I tell you what. I mean, if you got in right around the Headman, what the fuck was the Headmaster's line called recently? Yeah, Combiner Wars, Power of the Prime. What was the other one?
Titans Return.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
I did like the Titan line.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so say you started looking into collecting at Titans Return. You guys kind of got it made if you're just going to stick with that because they're doing everybody. And they're doing a pretty decent job of it.
Right.
But, before that, oh my God, fucking Generations line and stuff, that was hit or miss.
Have you guys ever heard of someone like having like a bunch of money, like say they came into money or something like that, right? Or they wanted to start collecting and they never collected and they just went and bought someone's collection or bought like a whole bunch of them all at one shot.
Like a huge lot.
Yeah, like a big lot.
I've never seen anybody do that.
No, but I'm hoping to do that one day. Just hit the lottery, just spend.
Like I've seen people do that.
Ungodly amount of money on Transformer toys.
They'll go with like $3,000 on like someone's collection and start that way.
I sold some pretty big lots on eBay, like $500, $600.
Like lately, I've been seeing like a lot of people. Maybe not so much lately, but like the past couple of months, I've seen people wanting to get rid of a lot of their collection, and they're selling like a whole bunch of one, and that's like a good avenue for a first-time collector to get into.
Yeah.
Then they can start off, running at that point.
Especially people who need money to pay like a fucking tax bill or some shit.
Yeah.
And Christmas is coming, so.
Right.
What are you going to do? Look at that fucking Shattered Glass Prime one more time? Or you'd rather see the fucking look in your kids' eyes when they actually have Christmas presents?
Do you have to answer that?
When I started collecting, man, the idea of spending $100 on a toy was insane.
What was that again, man?
And when I started collecting, like I said, I was all over the map. I was just like, oh, I got to get this and I got to get that. And it wouldn't even be in the same line. And then all of a sudden I got like 5 Bumblebees and, or nobody else and another character. And I got like, 6 more Megatrons. I'm like, geez, man. I just.
Right. All right, here's a good question now. Like, since a lot of us have been in for a few years, and I'm sure we've bought and had to rebuy, what is one purchase that you made that you fucking totally regret?
Wheeljack. Final Wars Wheeljack.
Why that one?
I don't know. It's just like they just stopped even trying. That thing is like the least amount of pain, the less amount of effort. Like, it's just like, here you go. You know, that's just how I felt. But you know, everything on my high end stuff, I'm kind of happy with.
I'm trying to think. I think everything that I bought, I wanted to keep. I think I mean, I'm kind of picky with what I buy though too. I just don't go crazy.
Me too.
Any lines or anything.
Now I am.
Yeah, for like a good solid 2 years there, I was fucking retarded, man. I just bought everything.
Yeah, I was a psychotic completionist when I was first in it. I had to buy every new retail release. It didn't matter if it was the stupidest fucking repaint in the world. I had to have it, and that really. I had a lot of really stupid movie shit from 2007, but thankfully I got rid of most of it.
Yeah,
I started to get that way with Legends, and I was like, oh, I gotta get this. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get that. And then I was like, why the? I'm gonna complete all of season 1. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. Fuck that. I gotta get Dutch, and I gotta get the black Dutch, and I gotta get the fucking purple Dutch. And I was like, nah, fuck it. I'm like, I'm not gonna pay an extra $15 just for a repaint.
Well, and that's the way it was in 2007 with the movie line, because you had your regular retail releases, you had your G1 inspired repaint releases, you had your battle damage repaint releases, you had your first edition repaint releases.
That shit was all stupid.
Exactly, I was stupid, and I bought it all, and thankfully I got rid of it.
Yeah, you are. And
I gotta do a purge myself with my old collection. Just sitting up in the attic collecting dust and.
Fuck, take it to DairyCon, bud.
I can't go to DairyCon next year because I have drill weekend that week.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm probably gonna talk to I'm gonna talk to Welty and see if he can just take some stuff up there and
throw it on our table.
Yeah, throw it on the table, and Welty can just give me the cash when I'm done with that drill weekend.
Or you could just leave the country unguarded.
True.
Yeah, go MIA for a few days.
Good point.
So what's the opposite of that question? What's the best thing you've bought in your collection that you love to death and you'll think that was the best purchase ever?
God damn.
Well, actually, I'm not gonna lie. I've actually made some pretty good purchases in this past year. But if I could pick a top one, Jesus, probably I'd have to say MP36. In all honesty, it's probably the best purchase I've ever made, and then everything, and ever since BotCon is like, well then Star Saber's a close second. So yeah, it's been a relatively good year of purchases for me. And then especially when I was down in Texas, some guy was getting rid of a bunch of third-party transformers. I purchased the Carnifex, the Coulter, and a few other guys from him, and I didn't regret those purchases at all. So, yeah.
Yeah, MP36.
MP36 is a must. Yes. Whoa. What in the fuck?
Hey, hold on.
I think that was Adam's mic because it was doing it to me earlier.
Yeah. Sorry.
What about you, Chris? What was your favorite purchase?
That's a hard one.
I'll limit it to the past 2 years or so.
All right, then I would say DX9 Gabriel. It just has such a fucking presence. Not just a size, it just has a presence to it. I mean, the size obviously plays into it because it's a fucking centerpiece.
I can't remember third-party names. What is that again?
It's Omega.
Omega. Oh, okay, right. Oh, that's all right. Yeah.
The not Fans Toys one.
Why did you get that one instead of Fans Toys?
Fans Toys just looked a little off to me somehow, and I know the big part for me was the top of the thighs, where Fans Toys comes out past the pelvis. DX9 slopes in like natural.
I thought you were going to say the knees.
Originally, when I saw DX9, I was like, I like everything else but the knees.
Mm-hmm.
But in hand, it looks fine. I have no problem with it. It's not like it's Wai Zhang's version.
Right.
I'm gonna go with. I still love my Fans Toys Dinobots. Those are my favorite. I think.
You have all of them?
Fuck
Yeah, the whole crew.
stalls.
That and the Cross Dimensions Striker Manus. I like that one. That's just so. It's really superposable. So I really like that line. I'm like investing in that line. I already pre-ordered Buster Stealth Wing. So
You gonna
Buster
get
Stealth Wing?
the Chrome
Buster
one?
Stealth
Chrome
Wing.
Optimus?
I was thinking about it, but I was like, nah, I already got one. So if I didn't have one already, then I'd probably pick it up. But I already got one. So he said he's already got one. It's quite nice.
Well, my next. Are we done? I was going to move on to my next question.
Just find a hole and plug it, baby.
There you go. So when you guys collect, or you kind of answer this, are you guys completionists? You know, you just gotta have, the whole thing.
Let me tell you, Adam,
like completing a line or just having like.
Yeah, if you're like on the line and you got to complete a line.
No.
I bought the Make Toys Starscream, and I didn't buy the other two Seekers.
But
that's how uncompletist I am.
My only goal is to have like.
Go ahead, Dust. It's your turn. Go ahead.
I think he crapped out.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's probably gonna fucking pop out of the chat and then back in.
Is that me?
Yes, it was.
I'm here.
Oh, there you go. All right, good.
Oh, I was saying
You don't even remember what the fuck you were talking about, do you pothead?
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Saying if you collect the toy line, are you completionist? You know, do you have to have?
No. First of all, I only collect cons, so I really can't complete a line.
Oh, okay. All right,
But
well,
what
yeah.
I'm trying to do is just have like the best representation in MP scale of each one of the Decepticons for like season 1 through like 3, 4. You know.
And who doesn't?
Yeah.
Now,
that's my idea of completing a line, I guess.
What company does those though?
Everybody but Takara. I have like a hodgepodge in my case, but it's all the best representation that I find is the best representation per price point too of each character that I grew up watching on television.
Oh,
so I'm not completing any line, but I'm completing what I think to be the ideal Decepticon collection.
I had to mute you, John. What
was that?
Okay, good. You can unmute yourself. I did that once to Eric. I muted him, and he fucking couldn't unmute himself and had to pop out of the room and back in.
Oh, okay. Well,
like when I hear that little rugrat running around making noise, I'm gonna fucking mute your ass.
Okay, all right. Understandable. My bad.
That's right. It is your bad.
Come here, buddy.
Having to share spaces with fucking other human beings. How dare you?
I know. Damn kids.
I do that to my wife. I just put my hand over her mouth.
Online talking to other people that have the same interests. So I just talk to my kid. Okay, well, I'm going on to the next question. So how do you guys display your collection? Do you got it all over the house? Do you have a man cave? Do you keep your collection to scale? I mean, do you keep it all over the house?
Yeah, my shit's literally all over the place. I got bots like randomly places. I have a few main displays, but I mean, anywhere you turn, there's probably like one sitting out somewhere, like on a shelf or on any piece of furniture, basically.
Now, do you display it in any kind of scene or particular setup? Like you keep Seekers with Seeker, shit like that?
Right.
Well, right now, I have like one single DTOF that has season 1 and 2 Decepticons with obviously Galvatron, fucking Scourge, and Cyclonus. And other than that, I haven't gotten any further than that down the rabbit hole.
See, now, I have my little area that I finished in my basement. where excuse me, all my shit is except for my office, where I do keep a couple little odds and ends, but none of the main shit's in the office. So everything's out in there, and I do keep them organized, like by a couple season things,
Yeah, that's how I
Autobots,
do it.
Decepticons. I have Legends shelves, little diorama set up. I try and make it like a scene. You know, the Dinobots are all together. Constructicons are on their own shelf. Actually,
Right.
all the combiner teams go on their own shelf, where space permits.
Right.
And I have a couple random bookshelves in my basement of just like some mainline chug stuff and some movie stuff and just random things I pick up. Like all my Megatrons, I like try to basically collect every Megatron figure.
No matter how bad it is, right?
Well, if it's shit, I won't buy it. But like if it interests
So,
me in any way, shape, or form.
So do you have the Studio
47
Series?
Megatrons.
Do you have the Studio Series Megatron?
Fuck yeah, I do.
You like that figure?
Yeah, dude, I like it. It's cool. It's Megatron. I mean, what's not to like?
Yeah, no, I was thinking about getting it. That's why.
Yeah, get it. It's a fun
because it
display.
looks interesting, you know. I like the tank, and I like it. It looks good.
It ain't Megatron, it's Bayformers Megatron.
Right.
Hey.
The Studio Series stuff's fun, man. I still like to get down on mainline stuff. It's just there's nothing out on mainline that I want to buy at the moment,
Right.
you know. This Siege stuff looks pretty cool, so.
Yeah, see stuff. I can't wait till the holidays are over with and I can get back to collecting again because I've been taking a break.
I ain't even in the hurry to find one, man. I'll find the Megatron Siege, the Siege Megatron at DairyCon. I ain't even worried.
Yeah, something tells me
they show up at
the
Ollie's. Yeah,
Adam,
it'll be in Ollie's for $10.
Ain't no Ollie's near me, man.
Oh well.
Adam, I'm glad you asked this question because I was just thinking about this recently after watching Bobby's video with the 4 dummies thing where they were talking about displays and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I thought about like what they were talking about. I don't know if you guys watched it or not, but they were basically talking about how details are like kind of shit to display stuff. and I thought about it, right? And I thought, you know what? People kind of don't fucking display those things the right way. And I kind of fell into that because I was like looking at Mike's collection, looking at everybody else's collections and shit like that, right? So a Detolf, right, has 4 fucking glass sides and glass shelves. And you basically you're putting it up against the wall and then you're blocking off one side.
I see.
Put it against a bookcase or whatever. You put it against another Detolf or something like that. You're blocking off the left side or the right side. Pretty much now, all you got is just the front view, and everybody fucking stands everything pointing one way, right?
Yeah.
But like I was saying before in the chat, I don't know if you read it or not, Adam, but I think the best way to display Detolf is like in the middle of the room so you can see it from all sides, and then like display your shit inside it so that it's
in a circular motion.
360, like a 360 view.
Yeah, right. So you can see it from all sides at the same time. I remember I was watching, I forget what the fuck TV show it was. I can't remember what it was, but they were showing like shit inside of a glass case like that and people walking around it. And I thought, you know what? That's probably the best way to fucking do it. So I actually started redoing my room. I only have 2 Detolfs, but I'm going to take one of my Kallax, I get Kallax cubes things, and like lay it down and put like 2 Detolfs on each end, and then pushing everything else to the walls, like the cases I have onto the walls, and then making like a rows so I can go up and down like the sides of it. And I think that would probably be the best way to display stuff inside of it.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think that
probably,
and
honestly it probably would. I mean, it's like a like a lamp, a vase sitting on the dining room table.
Look, I actually still have them wrapped up in fucking storage now, but I had like, I think it was 12 Detolfs, and a couple of them I chopped and put together, so it made like a bigger display area. But I think Detolfs are the gateway drug into displaying your shit nicely.
Oh, for sure.
because they are affordable and they're easy.
There's a
They
level
look
of
kind of
quality to
classy.
them.
Yeah, they do kind of look classy. They're bitch to light though.
I think even if you had space between each one instead of having them fucking smash together, they would even so that instead of having all your figures facing front, you know, have them. They're action figures. So pose them in a fucking action scene. They're kneeling down. They're shooting up in the air. You know,
right? You have one pointed one way and another one pointed the other way. And
hang some filament from the top of one with like magnets and shit or something like that, flying in the air. You know, I think that's
put a secret in the jet mode.
Yeah, I don't see anything. I think that's probably the best way to do it.
Talking about getting all fucking artsy with it and shit.
Yeah.
Well, this would bring me to my next question. Then, so I mean, so most people don't have the room to display a detolf like that, though. You know what I'm saying?
I disagree because I think if you think about the way you have your room set up, right? You have everything. Horrible. If you have everything up against the wall, or you can move it so it's like one's in the middle and then the other shit's like around it. So you can.
I got a king size bed, and it's like, and I only got like 2 wall spaces because the way it is, I really want to build a wall to the bed. Like my bathroom's like a hotel room. Like the vanity's wide open to the bathroom, like the vanity where you wash your hands and shit, and the toilet's just closed off. So I want to build a freaking wall and have another wall to put my shit on. I mean, because I have my bed set up one way because it's like the best way, you know.
Well, then I would just hang the detolf from the ceiling. Then,
yeah,
that's the only way to go. Then at that point, sideways,
line the floor in detolfs.
Sideways.
Hey, actually, my aunt has I guess it was a glass countertop display, you know, from a pawn shop. She was going to give it to me. I was going to use that because I can still put stuff on top, you know, and it's nice and sturdy, and I don't have to worry about breaking or nothing.
She's going to give it to you?
Yeah. Yes.
Fuck yeah, take that. Figure out a way to incorporate that.
I just got to go 100 miles to get it, you know.
Yeah. You put like your aftershave in there and your watch and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Put a couple gold chains in there.
Right.
For sale signs on them.
Yeah, I put for sale sign, like, you know, little price tickets on all my Transformers. But they'll be ridiculously high. I mean, if somebody offered, hey, I'll give you $1,000 for you know, MP44. So,
what's that guy's name? Is it Pastor Robbins?
Robin? Yeah, Robin.
Yeah, he has like I think one of the nicest ones. I can't believe he has everything customized to be all lit up like that too. That's crazy.
He's got everything that I've got, but he doesn't seem to have much more room than I do. But the way he's got that shit organized is just breathtaking to me, honestly.
It is. It's a little.
You know, I'm a carpenter. You think I'd have my shit all nice and pretty? It's not.
Are you guys talking
it's not
about
at
fucking
all.
touching yourselves over other dudes' displays?
Yeah, man.
Right.
You see that shit?
Fucking nerds, man.
You touch that? You touch yourself too. You saw that shit.
Dude, I pop a fucking digit up my ass while I'm jerking off to that.
Oh man! Well, that brings me to my next question.
That brings you to your next question.
Like segue.
Does your other half support your collection?
Yeah, dude, she don't give a fuck about it.
It's my money. I do what I like.
Yeah, she's like, whatever.
Actually, gave away 2 of my bookcases that I had in my room tonight to some random people for free, right? And I said to her, can you take your stuff off of these in the hallway so I can put them in the room? She said, I'll do whatever makes you happy. I'm like, thank you.
Cool. Wow.
Are you sure you're married?
Cool.
And I told her to go mow the lawn.
Oh, wow. Did she have to shovel it first?
Yes.
Hey, I got a detolf right up in our living room. My wife even bought it for me. She said, "Hey, if you take me to IKEA," one day she goes, "If you take me to IKEA today, I'll buy you one of those fucking Molotov cocktail things or whatever they are."
What?
And I was like, "Well, it's a Detolf." She's like, "Whatever." She goes, "The thing you want to put your fucking dolls in."
You're a pussy.
She calls them my dolls.
How much does she think your dolls cost?
Oh, she knows what they all cost.
Oh yeah. Yeah, mine are like $20 a pop.
Right?
A Detolf.
That one looks really high end, honey. Yeah, it's only $20. Don't worry.
I say that's the KO.
Can you believe
even
the
tell her
value
about
you
KO.
get for $20?
Like those Chinese people know how to sell stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn shysters, anyways.
My wife has an idea of what the things cost, but not really. And I built like about half of my fucking collection, so that didn't cost me much.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about borderlining my whole bedroom with like crown molding, but have it a little lower, about 8 inches down from the ceiling.
Yeah, and have chill up there.
And build like an 8-inch shelf, I guess, all the way around it.
I've
Yeah,
seen
man, you
people
could put
do
some
that.
strip lighting
With
on
some
that shit.
LEDs, with some LEDs, drop lights in them. That's what I was gonna do, but I just don't have the time, man. Like, I'm a carpenter and I don't do nothing at the house. I got like flooring I gotta do, and it's like boxes in my bathroom and shit. I'm like, ugh.
Dude, it's the same with fucking auto mechanics and anybody who does anything for a living. They don't want to fucking do it when they go home.
No, I don't. It's like the farthest thing from my mind. I'm like, yep, I'm done. I'm done for the day.
What do you do for a living, Chris?
I am a sign maker.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
He makes shit happen.
That's
What do
right.
you do? What do you do, Dustin?
What, me?
Yeah. No, the other Dustin.
I smoke a lot of weed all day.
Okay. They pay you for that?
Pretty accurate.
Not really, but I have a lawn business. I have a little over 30 accounts that I, through the spring, summer, and fall, that I tend to for people. And then through the winter months, I move snow. And then I also have a rental property. So I'm a little entrepreneur.
Yeah, Dustin doesn't have to work very hard. I mean, not to say he doesn't work, because he push moves that fucking shit. But he doesn't have to work that hard because he's got a sugar mama and his bills are low.
That too.
Nice.
What does Eric do?
Nothing wrong with that.
Eric's a fucking crazy postal worker.
Full time, I work for an accountant. I do a lot of accounting, data entry, payroll, boring shit like that. And then in the last year, I started doing the postal service part time.
And killing dogs.
That too.
You guys
The
should,
pay
like,
sucks,
merge.
but somebody's got to do it.
You should merge your businesses. Dustin could grow some weed. Eric could deliver it. And then Chris can make some signs.
My two jobs are actually merged already because the municipality that I run the mail route in, actually a good chunk of my clients at the accounting office live in that municipality. So I see them a lot.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, what do you do, Jed?
What do I do? Computer stuff. Just it's
I'm an importer exporter.
It's one of those things where I do something different every day, but mostly it's I work in like a application professional services type of shit. Write
Big
software.
words.
Yeah, write software. I write programs. I do some voiceover work for those IVRs and stuff like that. So
awesome.
Like,
that's pretty
please press 1 for accounting.
Really?
Press 4 to go fuck yourself.
Exactly.
Shit.
Shit like that.
Okay.
Nice.
Pewters. Pewters. Adam, why don't you build like what if you're a carpenter, right? Why don't you build like one of those like cool closets where you like push a button and all the fucking walls move and
like overboard?
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, first off, I don't have a yacht.
Dude, Overboard's an awesome movie.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You know what? I built my wife one of them like very young. I was like 20 something years old. I can't remember, but I had all this like scrap wood in the freaking garage, and I built this like extravagant fucking closet thing for my wife. All the scrap wood. Yeah, it was great. I had a mirror in it and shit. She's like, "Where the fuck do you get this from?" Like,
I built it with my raw hands.
She loved it. She loved it.
Yo,
now, does that make you fucking want to sex me up?
Yo,
yeah, did you get blown?
Oh yeah, a few times.
Cool. That was worth a few, I'm sure.
Let me tell you this great story. There's this guy Jeff I used to work with a long time ago, and he was
Jeff sounds cool.
He was a carpenter on the side, right? But he was a graphic artist. He used to ask us if we could find him driftwood, and I was like, driftwood? He's like, yeah. He's like, I need driftwood for my projects. I'm like, well, what kind of projects do you? And he's like, he gave me this like some obscure website to go to, and he made custom S&M furniture.
Nice. And driftwood?
Specifically out of driftwood?
Out of driftwood.
Is that for the splinter effect? I don't know.
Yeah, well, what's that shit called?
I mean, was he seriously hoping that you could source him some driftwood? Or is it just like a thing like, hey, man, if you see somebody got some driftwood, I'll take that shit? I
told him I live near a park. And he's like, oh, is there like a stream there? I'm like, yeah. He's like, see if you can find me some driftwood. What's those things where you?
So every time do you go by the water, do you look for driftwood for this guy?
No, it was a long time ago, and it kicks my head in the head every time I think of it. Though, what they call those? Your head in and the hands in, they close it down, lock it up. What's that called?
The guillotine the guillotine rack.
It's a rack, yeah.
Is it the dunce rack?
He had one of those for sale for like $500.
$500.
Driftwood, man. There you go, Adam. Second job.
$500 driftwood fuck rack.
It's my mating rack.
Fuck rack. Man, I need to have I'm gonna look for one. Not a driftwood one. That's just horrible.
Yeah, it seems to be like I don't know, a little rough. I just ripped out a bunch of driftwood in this old building we've been working on.
Well, fuck, man, you probably could have at least gotten $100 for it.
I mean, a tons of it, man. He could probably made. I don't know how many fuck racks he could have made.
Okay, man, a lot. Still get in touch with that dude. Tell him he got a good fucking source. You just gotta get
it. Yeah, I gotta. Yeah.
Wait, you're in Michigan, right?
Yeah.
You make some driftwood cock rings.
Hand crank Amish sex toys.
Yeah.
So what's next on the agenda?
What's that?
What's next on the agenda?
Let's see. Do you guys have sealed stuff? Do you take it out of the box? Do you keep it in boxed up? Do you have a sealed collection for anything?
I open it all.
Yeah, I think most people open it. I mean, there are a couple who don't, but the majority of us take the shit out of the box. But do you keep the fucking boxes?
I do.
Yeah,
I do too. I got a whole.
I do until it goes overboard, and then I have to purge.
I only have the boxes from my third party and MP stuff.
Yeah, I purged all the Hasbro fucking shit a long time ago.
Yeah, I held it for a while, but then eventually when I started getting out of the mainline shit, I was like, why do I got these fucking boxes? What the fuck am I doing? And I laughed at myself.
I threw away that shit. Fuck Hasbro boxes.
But yeah, I keep them all in nice Rubbermaid totes with those like silicone packs in them, like next to a nice dry, dark area.
Nice.
It has air movement.
Yes, nice.
But yeah, everything gets opened.
Well, everybody opens everything. Yeah, I'm the same way. I open everything. I'm like, oh, it's an exclusive. Maybe I'll keep it in the box. And like a day later, it's open. So
you got to fucking play with it. Speaking of exclusives, you know that fucking the G2 Extransbots fucking crack up? Those things are selling on Evil Bay for. I don't know why I thought of that, but I saw it the other day.
It's a great figure, but the color scheme I can't stand G2 color scheme.
Like yeah, I'm not a fan of it. It's just like, I don't know. Somebody went crazy with some crayons or something. Okay, so what do you guys do for fun with your collection? Stop motion, photography, just social media. Stop motion.
Yeah, John does stop motion.
Oh, do you?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's a lot of patience. A lot of patience.
It is. It is a lot of patience.
Good at it too.
It's time consuming, and
I haven't seen any updates.
Yeah, I've been with school and stuff. I've been so freaking swamped and busy. It's like, oh my god. I'm working on another one, but I have little Rugrats nieces and nephews running around. Well, actually, my niece that's just going to be a week old tomorrow, and then I got a 2-year-old nephew. It's like the only time I can really shoot anything is a little later, but I think during Christmas break, and I'm going to try to finish up this one I've been working on, and then I'm going to take a short break. Then right after, I'm going to try to at least get a Christmas special out, and then hopefully try to hit a reset button on the beginning of the year. I don't know if I'm going to continue with my show or try to bring in like a crossover event I've been thinking of doing for the past ever since before I left Fort Hood. So yeah.
Which action figures, because you do Transformers and superhero stuff, which ones are easier to pose?
Oh, Transformers, definitely. The freaking SH figure art stuff I have to try and do stop motions on those. The feet are so small. It's like, okay, do not fall. Great, not to freaking start all over again. And then with the Transformers stuff, you got these huge, massive, clunky feet. It's like, okay, all right, this is going to work great. It turns out, like, I think out of all of them all the Transformers I have that have the most narrow feet is probably MP Dinobot, and that's pretty much about it. And he's actually going to be in the new episode. I've actually been kind of, with the whole Starscream and Hot Rod trying to take over the show idea I've been having. I'm trying to try to lead that in, but also kind of tie in Dinobot being from the future and just kind of warn Megatron and Optimus about what's going to happen in a way, but not really warn them. But it's just trying something new,
Do you have Fans Toys RC?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I heard about that set, so yeah.
What set? There's 2 sets.
The whole tits galore set. I've been hearing. Jesus Christ. It's like,
fucking hilarious.
What is this shit? Rule 34 or some crap like that?
I don't know. So who's getting them?
I'm gonna get a couple pairs, but I don't even own an RC.
They'll work for chroma and just put it on your generation's chroma.
I'm just not gonna,
put them on Megatron and paint them.
Look, it doesn't bend me either way that they're actually fucking doing it, because fucking human beings are fucking disgusting things.
Yes.
And for us to think otherwise is just foolhardy. So
Right.
there's always going to be people fucking doing this shit. Personally, I think it's dumb, but somebody out there fucking gets off on it, so more power to them.
There's those weeaboo fucks or some shit like that, however you want to place it, I guess.
So, would you say if they started making dicks, they're making a profit?
Yeah. I think, I don't know, though. There are probably a lot of Transformers fans that like to take a dick, too.
Jesus Christ.
Have you ever been to a TFCon?
No, I haven't.
They're fun.
So you
I
go.
was supposed to go this year, but I ended up being a grandpa.
Look at too.
Oh, nice.
So C, E, or G's?
I want to get just the G's and wrap them around my dick. See what my dick looks like with a pair of tits.
And they're squishy too, by the way.
Yeah, I mean they got like
yeah.
they got that real human feel to it. Like really,
Yeah, even
I want my robot tits to be cold and metal feeling.
yeah, and they're even squishy with the chest plate part down on it.
Well, I mean, like the one-to-one real doll is basically RC right there, right? Throw a fucking pick bike helmet on her, and there you go.
Oh Jesus!
I bet you somebody's made a fucking RC real doll.
Oh God!
If not, they should.
An RC fuck doll?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
They should.
With vibrating and warming anus.
Jesus Christ.
It all lights up when it gets off.
No, you better stay close to me.
She gets shy when the Rodimus is out in the case.
Just think about what you want to do before you do it.
This shit's fucking stupid.
Oh my God.
Fucking nerds.
Oh man. Okay, well, next question. Do you buy multiple figures to display them in the alt and robot modes? Like, so you got two primes, so you want one in truck mode and one in robot mode.
Nope. I don't have the money for that.
No, I ain't doing that shit.
I only do it for the combiners.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, what? So, do you buy three figures then? You got combined robot. Really?
That's his plan.
Well, I've gotten by with the ones I built and the ones that I bought that are replacing the ones I built. So, once we get a definitive set, one way or the other for the combined mode, we'll see which one looks the best to me and is most affordable. But it's kind of hard to say no to that Fans Toys Motor Master.
That does look really good.
But that being said, I still think he's too big. But he's fucking it all. The trailer and everything is all fucking combined.
Right?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Plus,
right? Has that been confirmed?
That's what they said.
They say a lot.
Yes, true. And it could be like a little language barrier issue. Maybe they met, their thinking is that 70%, like all included, is good enough. So the language barrier didn't actually hit that nuance.
Now, the Extransbots one, that's going to be parts forming, correct?
Yeah.
Now, is the trailer going to be coming with Motor Master? I've heard rumors
I
of it.
think it's sold separately. Yeah, it's sold separately. That's what I heard too, but not sure.
That sounds
like a real bummer.
Yeah, that's bullshit. I hadn't heard that it's fucking being sold separately.
That just must be some evil rumor I heard.
Yeah,
I heard that too, though.
We'll get them though. Whoever they are, we'll
What
get them.
What are we talking about? I'm lost.
Oh, Extransbot's fucking Minosaur. It sounds like that. I've heard through on the streets, bruh, that fucking Motormaster is not coming with his trailer. It'll have to be bought separately, and it will be parts forming.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, just fucking make it $200 or whatever it's got to fucking be, and put it all in a goddamn box.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. What they should have did was
this rumor. We're coming after you.
they should have did that with MP44 though. That's what they should have did. That would have been a better price option, I think.
Mm-hmm. And who knows? They may do that for people who don't want the fucking trailer.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Like,
hey, who gives a fuck about that thing?
A lot of people.
I mean, you're gonna store. Who's gonna? I mean, you're gonna buy this fucking $300 fucking masterpiece and then put it in a fucking goddamn truck? No, you're gonna put it display it in bot mode. Like, what the fuck? Like, who cares about the trailer at that point?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, how often you guys transform your Transformers?
Never.
Every now and then, I'll look at the case and be like, I'm gonna play with that fucker. Then I go wash my hands.
I'm fucking so lazy with it now. You know fucking how easy Legends are to transform?
Yeah.
I look at them like, I don't need to. If it's in robot mode, I'm like, I don't need to see it in alt mode.
Right.
That's how I am getting out of bed every morning. I don't need to get up yet. And I won't.
Is that your alt mode?
Yeah. My alt mode is Sleepy Dustin. Oh, fuck.
So, Chris, are you going to get one brand for the combiner and then the other brand for the individual bots?
I think with the individual bot mode, it's going to come down to scale for me. I'm totally out on what the designs are.
Right.
I don't know how big Fans Toys is going to be, and if it's going to bother me. Even they're on separate shelves, but I think deep down inside it would bother me that they're the wrong scale. So I may be stuck with X-Transbots for robot mode because they scale properly so far.
Yeah, with the empty cars, yeah.
So those 2-3 centimeters really make a difference to you.
They make a difference to every fucking chick I've ever been with.
It's true. It's all true.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on the X-Transbots train right now, and when Fans Toys does their shit, I'm gonna buy that.
Let me ask you guys this: if they were all the same price, which one would you take?
Fans Toys. No. Yeah, Fans Toys.
But they're not going to be the same price.
Well, no, I'm just being hypothetical.
Well, then you just get the Fans dolls. I mean, why? Why wouldn't you?
Well, it depends. I mean, one's taller in the bot mode than the others. Some are like more aesthetic. Other ones, look differently. So
it depends.
It'll be all right.
You'd have to see you have to come back to that question when it comes. They all come out. We see them. That Motormaster, hands down, looks awesome. If that's what we're getting, he looks amazing.
Yes, and I might actually say, you know what? I'll take the fucking Fans Toys Motormaster and then get the X-Transbots, Limbots. So I'm fine with fucking Motormaster being really big.
Well, the X-Transbots Limbots are going to be out before fucking Fans Toys gets their Motormaster out, so that might be a reality for you for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So DX9's out of the equation here. Nobody likes DX9s.
Nah, Montana wasn't well received.
No, it
Especially
wasn't.
when fucking Crack Rock came out at $40 originally.
Mm-hmm.
It's $50 now, but still $50 fucking bucks for that little cocksucker. And he's fucking badass.
He is.
Flip out, I haven't handled him yet, but $60. I'm assuming if it's the same type shit going on, it's fucking legit.
It's good.
Montana, $100.
Yeah.
They really had an aggressive schedule too. They wanted to have Motormaster out by the end of this month, but that's not happening. And then plus with Locke and Virtus
Skids
and whatever their sea spray is. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm on the expand spots train for now.
Me too. I'm definitely getting that set. I already got 2 of them. It's almost halfway there.
So what is our next question, Kimosabi?
So, well, what kind of groups you guys in? Is it,
We're all in the same groups. We're an incestuous bunch of assholes.
Legions.
And we all do fucking podcasts.
Yeah. That's cool.
We're nerds. Fucking nerds.
Fucking nerding out. But
I'm all about that Cybertron Cafe when it comes to buying and selling shit. Like, I can literally find anything within just a day or two with making a post.
Yeah,
it
it seems pretty good.
Yeah.
And you can pretty much a lot of the time name your price. Be like, oh yeah, I need a crack rock and a fucking flip off, dude. I got $100. Who's hitting me up? Fuck, I got a PM earlier and I got some.
Exactly.
Right.
When you're in the cafe, you can post that you want something, and it's basically like you're a woman on Facebook changing your relationship status to single.
And someone's coming in to be Captain Savo.
No, we gotta get a Fong to fucking do us, like, all the different groups and fucking podcasts as, like, Game of Thrones houses. On the battlefield. I am Chris from House TKO.
Hodor.
You're a fucking Hodor, too.
Ball. Dying here.
What would be the TKO house signet?
The fucking fist.
The fist.
The fist.
The fist.
With a peener in it.
We'll have to add a peener in the hand.
I thought it'd be like a black cat or something like that.
What would the black cat one be?
The black cat with a fist.
Okay.
The black cat with the fist.
The black cat getting fisted
Oh.
with a hard peener.
Do you know what I want to see? This is what I want to see. I want to
This will
see.
be a small peener though.
So I got the first release of the TKO exclusive TF Con the spray, and then I got the Salt Shaker this past year. I want in the next 3 years. In the next 3 years, I want to see that. I want to see that can be a combiner.
Well, we have other ideas for exclusives. I'm not gonna mention any, but unfortunately, with them going up to fucking California, none of us are gonna be making it out there.
I don't care where. I just want to see them all combined. That's all.
When's it in LA again? In April?
March.
Oh fuck! My wife wants to go to Vegas in March.
We'll go to Vegas.
I'll probably do that and then fucking go down. Hopefully, it's in the same time. What's the dates again? Holy shit! This might line up.
I thought it was the beginning of March. Let me check.
Get the fuck out of here.
And it is March 15th to the 17th. So right in the middle.
on St. Patrick's Day.
All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna mute myself and go ask her when she wanted to get.
I still think that there's going to be a East Coast one.
That's what we keep hearing. A lot of people speculating with the early date in the year that there's still going to be a Central or East Coast one in the fall, since that's where all the other ones have been, is in the fall. But we'll see.
But that'd be nice if it was in Maryland again, at least in the fall.
It was a long ass fucking drive from Wisconsin to get to fucking DC, though. But I'm glad I went, just because it was fun tearing up the nation's capital and touring all the sites with catfish.
And tearing up the toilets.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. I'm definitely not driving to Chicago again. I'll take a flight. Fuck that.
Well, Chicago's a hop, skip, and a jump for me. So
Yeah, it's like 4 hours for me. 5 maybe.
When it's been here every other year.
I think it was 3 hours away from me.
But I've also driven out to RetroCon in Philadelphia. So if they decide to go to a different East Coast city like Philly, I'd be more than willing to drive out there again. I mean, it's a long distance, but last time I was out in Philly, I got to see Independence Hall and the Liberty Bell, and well, maybe I can check out some other sites while I'm in town. Maybe I can go take a shit on Lincoln Financial Field.
Some fucking cheesesteaks, man.
Now, I've never been to RetroCon, even though I fucking live right here, and it's always around TFCon, so it's like, all right, I've already shot my fucking wad going to TFCon. I'm not going to do this, too.
Yeah, there ain't even going to be no Transformers there anyways.
But not.
Actually, there's a decent amount of Transformers there, and they get some Transformer voice actors, too.
And this past time, they just had the, what's that group called that they dress up like the fucking characters?
G.I. Joe's Finest or whatever.
No, it's the fucking Cybertron
Transformers.
Oh, the Cybertronic Spree, the band.
Yeah,
that shit's dope.
They were there this past year.
I think they were there last year too. I've went the past 2 years. It's a fun time.
That shit's dope.
Maybe we make that our fucking October con.
There we go.
Tell you what, if we don't hear anything by like July of if there's going to be another TFCon in the East Coast, I'd be down for hitting retro.
There's like two different types of like vendors that are there. There's the vendors who sell like the newer shit or t-shirts or fucking art or whatever, right? But then there's like these people who have kind of like the antique store. They have all their old shit and they're selling it for fucking cheap. So if you're like looking for like older 80s, 70s type of toys, you know, that you want to pick up
shit.
Yeah, if you want to just pick up like board games and all that type of shit for like $5.
Basically, for Dustin, just imagine taking DairyCon and making it bigger than TFCon, and then you have RetroCon. That's basically what best I can describe
it's like a fucking flea market.
Yeah, and it takes place in the Philadelphia area. I guess this was an old industrial park, so like it's a giant fucking warehouse that got converted into a convention center. So it is very much like the Cow Palace in Fond du Lac.
Nice. Which I'm excited to go to DairyCon here in a couple months. I loved that. That was fun.
That's right next to the park where I used to live, where I used to find the driftwood.
Yes, it is Oaks, PA.
This is I used to live there for like 10 years. So, but yeah, it's kind of cool. I mean, this past year, this shit was a little bit more expensive than what it was the year before, but it's kind of cool watching people walk around with cosplay, and you know, you get all those other people that are there too. So, Sergeant Slaughter was there.
Oh yeah.
All right. Plus I got that family entertainment center place right next door that has all the arcades and the bowling alley and shit.
Yep. Go-karts.
Yeah. Maybe next time I go, I'll check out the go-karts. Didn't do that last time.
There's a hockey rink there too. If you wanted to play some hockey.
Nice.
I never learned how to skate.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Plus, I wouldn't be able to do it now with my fucked up ankle. Oh shit!
That's right.
Because if we put you on some fucking skates right now, you drop like a goddamn stone.
I would.
That's right, man. I don't know how to skate either.
I skate all the time when I can.
I ain't been on skates since I broke my fucking leg 4 years ago that coincided with this fucking hobby.
There's going to be a con in Hershey too next year, and I forget when that's going to be.
Comic-Con in Detroit in August.
There's a Comic-Con in Central
Detroit.
PA too happening.
Actually, it might be in Novi.
Are we talking Michigan? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, Detroit, Michigan.
What other fucking Detroit you know, Bugs?
I thought I heard Troy, not Detroit.
Oh, Troy. Okay.
Uh,
Oh, there's lots of Troys.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm a little inebriated.
All right. Next question. Do you guys take a lot of time out to clean your collection, dust, rearrange?
Oh fuck, that's yeah. Whenever I get a bug up my ass about if I actually take a toy off my shelf and see how filthy it is, like, oh fuck, well, time to clean it all.
Yep.
All right.
Or if I walk by and eye level, I can see a good layer of dust, then I got to do something about it.
Yeah, mine's about due. I got my little detolf I do about every 6 months in here in the living room, and
Tell
it's
you what.
to the point right now where it needs to be done.
When I do eventually buy a house here, which I hope is in the next year here, I plan on investing in some air purifiers to definitely reduce the burden.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all that dust is your fucking dead body is floating around the house, bro.
Skid.
Yeah.
Dead body skid. Sounds like an ICP song. Dead body skid floating around the house.
There's dead body funk in the air.
If you guys had a maid service, would you let them clean your collection room?
Fuck no.
Only naked.
You know what? I would show it to them, and I would stress how much time, effort, and money I put into this. And I would show them the blades that I have that I can cut the materials with. And just leave it at that.
Oddly enough, my wife actually has a cleaning business outside of her regular job, and she's never once cleaned my Transformer shelf. She never will either. I'd be like, "Hey, will you clean that?" She'd be like, "Go fuck yourself."
What were you guys saying too about like what you do all day? You don't want to do at home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. She don't want to clean when she gets home, especially your toys.
No, wait, dolls, right? Not toys.
Right.
Well, yeah, dolls. D-dolls. D-dolls.
Yeah, dang old Molotov.
Molotov, yeah.
You know, somewhere somebody is fucking getting off with a MP36 in some kind of kinky way with his fucking woman.
Oh, God.
I hope.
Involving a cleaning situation.
Everything he has the orange cap on. Is it they come with the orange cap?
Oh, for your protection.
Don't get Chris started, man.
When you, I heard that like if you do really want to like dust like really well within a bot or whatever, you're supposed to use like a dry paintbrush. Is that true,
Yeah.
Chris?
That's what I use.
Yeah.
I use my wife gets us makeup in the mail, and I took one of her blush brushes, brand
Those are
new.
good,
So,
too.
and that's what I use.
Use little like
Because she got another one, and yeah, it gets in there, and you can get in there and get a lot. So yeah, I use them, and they're really soft. And it's don't scratch the paint.
Does
Like
anybody
dusting.
use a Swiffer?
I use a lint lizard.
No. Is that like a lot lizard?
Exactly like a lot lizard.
That scene on TV thing to clean out your dryer.
Well, Ron, this last question, do you guys set a budget for yourself, or it's just whatever comes out, you got to have it?
Just shoot from the fucking hip, bruh.
Yep.
I'd say the last 3 or 4 months I've been more conscious of not spending shit that I don't need. Because I used to do that, just buy fucking shit and buy and buy and buy.
Yep, I haven't been doing that for a while, but yeah.
And I don't have the room for it. I don't have the need for it. It's fucking stupid. I'm not getting the same enjoyment that I used to out of this hobby. It's just a matter of fact.
Mhm.
So my budget is just me losing interest.
Well, that's just it. Adulting kind of gets in the way from being a nerd, and like I've been focusing on paying off a car. I have a car that I had a 6-year loan on, for instance, and that's what when I first bought it was like $250 a month payments, and I rather than buying more toys, I just been paying off $1,000 a month the last couple of months and just paid it off a couple days ago. So I
That's
might
baller.
be. So that was my birthday present to myself, was getting that fucker paid off. I mean, 6-year loan paid off in 3 years. So that's where my money, disposable income, has been going. Yeah, I've been able to afford going to a few conventions and shit and having fun. And I did pre-order the MP44 on Amazon. So that was another treat to myself. But yeah, I'm drunk at this point. I apologize.
Damn right.
But now your disposable income is going to be going to save for a house.
Exactly, because now that I got that payment gone, debt to income ratio is rocking. Especially after December here, I'll be at the post office my second year. I'll start of the second year. So that means all of my income should count towards getting a loan, and I should be able to get something nice. That's what I'm hoping.
Nice.
Good to hear.
Yeah,
I'm like $60,000 in debt, so it's whatever balance transfer is best of the month, I guess.
Nice. Oh, this one's a 6.9%. You remember back in the day, you get the 6.9% shit. Now it's fucking like what, 14% is a good one.
Yeah, for a credit card, yeah.
9.9. That's probably like credit union credit cards.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we tried to get a card, and they wanted to give me a 24% interest rate on it. I'm like, nope, nope.
I have a credit card through my credit union. I think the interest rate is like 15%, and I pay off that every month. So
Yep.
I got the Amazon Prime card. I pay that shit off. I put like my bills on that and pay that stuff off, and then I get those Prime bucks. And then
how much of a discount did you get on the first thing you bought when you signed up for it?
I can't remember. That was a while ago. I think it was like $10 or something like that.
Oh shit!
But it works out. I mean, like if you throw like all your utility bills on that, and you're spending like a couple $1,000s a month on the card, that adds up for like the points you get. And you usually get it. I put about $2,000 on the card in utility bills, I think, and all the other shit that I have, and I usually get about maybe $100 in Amazon money.
Well, the thing about credit cards is that like mine through my credit union, we get the cash back. It pays out every October. The thing I like about paying bills with credit cards, especially bills you hate paying, is that you know that the credit card company is taking a bigger chunk of the money than what you would if you would paid them with a check. So it feels good to me to fuck over like my cell phone carrier, pay them with a credit card because they're getting less money.
Yeah, out of their merchant fees.
Exactly.
See, I didn't never even thought to fucking pay a utility bill or anything like that with a fucking credit card.
Yeah, because you got the money and you're going to be paying your lights every month, so you might as well just throw it on a credit card and pay it off right away.
Yeah, some people actually just live off their credit card. They use it for all monthly expenses and then just write a check at the end of the month.
Yeah, exactly.
Gives you an idea what the cost of living monthly is too. That's what I've been trying to do.
I only have one credit card, and then I have my business checking account, and that's how that's my slush fund. That's my fucking living money. But I don't like all those fucking perks and miles and fucking points and fucking shit. I don't want to deal with all that.
I hate saving money.
Yes.
I hate saving money and free shit.
Defense wins championships.
I love saving fucking money, but I don't want the hassle of fucking keeping track of all that shit.
Well, it's fucked up when it comes to a business credit card. Like around here, Dustin might know about it. We have a chain of gas stations called Quick Trip, for instance, and they have their own credit card. And if you have a business account credit card with them, you'll get rebates on anything you buy from them. So, like I do, for instance, one of my clients is an adult assisted living facility, and they have a Quick Trip card, and I have to put that on every month for data entry and shit. And he buys like food there for the people that live in his home and shit, and he gets money back every month, like sometimes like $100 for like all the food that he buys from there and all the gas for all the vehicles for running these people around and shit. And that's not something that you would get, for instance, if it was me, just a regular Joe Schmo that didn't own a business. So
with a regular credit card.
Exactly, because they do have regular credit cards for regular people with Quick Trip, but they have the business accounts, which offer the cash back on the purchases that get applied as credits to your monthly bill. So there are some benefits that you could exploit as a business owner, Chris, possibly in your area, that for your daily purchases as just being personal, that you could get cash back using the business credit card to buy groceries and shit like that.
Yeah, see, I'm probably leaving a lot of money on the table, but I'm fucking lazy as fuck. And that's why I will die poor. Fucking an awesome collection.
Too. I hope I die or I'll kill myself before I go poor, so that way I can leave some shit to my kid.
Mm-hmm.
Look, if I make it to 65, I'll be amazed.
Yeah.
You gotta leave debt to your kid.
What? No debt, dude. I'm not fucking debt.
No, I don't. I got about. By the way, I have a very low credit card debt number, and I pay my bills and whatever. As part of my first fucking divorce, I had to declare bankruptcy, so I got real vigilant on my credit rating and got it back really good, and bought a house, bought equipment for the business, so my credit rating is good. Just by doing what I do normally, I'm sustaining my credit rating. So that's all I want. I don't want to fucking be in a position where I couldn't go to the bank and ask for a loan or whatever.
Right.
I'm not rich by any fucking stretch of the imagination, but I don't look for more ways to save. And I probably should, but
yeah, me too.
I'm too old to fucking give a fuck now.
Nah, I mean, I think Eric will tell you probably like a Roth IRA is probably the best way to go, right?
It depends on, because typically when
I'm going to take a picture of what I found digging in the trenches at work today.
But yeah, typically the circumstances based on somebody's income, it varies. Sometimes it's better to put money into a traditional IRA. Sometimes it's better to put it into a Roth IRA. It just depends on what your tax situation is. Like in the 7 years I've been doing taxes, I don't put diddly shit into a retirement plan until after the year is over, and then I talk to the boss, and he tells me, well, if you put 1,000 into a traditional, you'll get a $2,000 refund instead of 1,000, so you double your money, and the government puts the money into your retirement for you. So shit like that. But this year, it won't apply to me because my income is going to be so much higher compared to years prior. So.
Advice, Dad. What the fuck? Is this the financial advisor show?
It is.
Yeah, Uncle Eric, will you come fucking do my books?
Yeah, will you come cook my books, bud?
Taking care of data entry is a piece of cake, man. As long as you pay your bills on time, for the most part. The worst client I have, fucker, doesn't pay any of his bills on time at all. It just runs up balances. All of a sudden, he'll get like a notice saying that they're turning his electricity off. And this is a farmer, by the way. And then all of a sudden, he'll be like, well, why didn't you send me a letter to let me know I owed you money? It's like, fucker, we send you 5 letters. When he drops off the bills, I open up the folder, and there'll be 5 envelopes from the electric company, still sealed because he didn't open his fucking mail.
Jesus.
Fucking idiot. Some people's kids.
Yeah, well, this guy has kind of entered the point of giving 0 fucks because he got diagnosed with lung cancer, so he'll probably gonna die by the end of next year. So he doesn't.
Why pay that shit if you're gonna die and all of a sudden be like, well, I got to keep him on. I better pay it now. I mean, I'm still alive.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna do the same fucking thing, dude.
His wife's gonna have to deal with it all after he kicks the bucket.
Nah, man, once I become like a drain on my family in any way, shape, or form, I'm putting a fucking bullet in my face.
Well, he's not draining the family down. He's still farming every day. It's like at a certain point, that lung cancer. It's like I've tried to talk to the guy on the phone, and you can barely understand him because he's so winded. But he's still smoking cigarettes and shit. He just doesn't give a fuck. But
well, he lives in fucking
He's still
Wisconsin.
smoking cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still farming, mother.
With his oxygen tank right next to him.
So he'll be milking cows until the day he dies.
Probably eats like fucking 4 pounds of bacon every fucking day too. Like I do.
Oh man, I'm buzzing.
Cool.
What are you drinking on?
Eric's like, PCI out the window. Fuck it.
I'm drinking Pepsi and Admiral Nelson's spiced rum. It wouldn't be TKO with some knockoff.
Yeah, it's that knockoff Captain, bro.
I was gonna say it's a higher rank than
Dude,
a
I got a
captain.
half gallon of it in my fucking fridge right now,
And it's even the knockoff soda. Like,
and it's cheap.
No, it's not knockoff.
No, he
soda.
said he's
I
got
actually
Pepsi this week.
no. But it's a rum and Coke is the drink.
Oh yeah,
You got a fucking,
a cola.
suspect rum
Rum and Pepsi.
and Pepsi.
You guys ever drink? This is gonna sound fucked up. The Captain's Cream. It's fucking Captain Morgan's. Captain Morgan's and Sprite. Tastes like cream soda.
Ugh.
That actually sounds pretty interesting.
Sounds hideous.
I was thinking about just mixing up and throwing some Mountain Dew in here instead of Pepsi, but
It's
I
gotta
played
be
it safe.
gotta be Sprite. Can't be like fucking knockoff fucking Sprite like RC or Slice or some shit like that. Gotta be
Yeah.
Sprite.
What about
Can't be
7
fucking
Up?
with Sprite, bro.
Nope. Can't be 7-Up either. Has to be Sprite. Doesn't taste right if it's not. You mix enough rum in there so the drink's golden, and then it tastes perfect.
What about a nice Seagram's ginger ale?
No.
Bitch. Jesus. God, you gross bitch. What the fuck?
Seagram's.
Fucking wife's walking down here belching like she's in a fucking locker room.
You should put her on.
She's probably you should have fucking room in her belly for your cum.
What? Oh, you want a Jeep? No, you don't.
Oh,
Not like
what
a
the
Jeep, like maybe like a Commander or something.
Oh, Cherokee.
Okay, but not a fucking Jeep.
Cherokee.
She called him jerky.
It better be an SRT8.
No jerky.
It's not an SRT. It's not an SRT.
No jerky, a jerky.
Get her a fucking Wrangler so you can.
Was this in your closet?
Catfish.
God, I
Get
fucking
me a
hate you.
car.
Love you. All right, bye. Hey, wait,
Want
where's
it
my
now?
I've been hiding out in the bedroom, and all of a sudden she comes in here, so kicking me out. So now I'm going out into my living room.
She didn't even
I'm not
molest
buying
you.
a fucking Jeep. You can buy one.
Buy me a Jeep.
You're the one with all the money bags.
Just steal catfishes.
Yeah, I hope
No,
JC
she
don't
wants
hear
a
this.
fucking like an actual Jeep, not an actual Jeep, but a fucking mom Jeep.
Knockoff Jeep.
Like a Liberty. Ugh.
I don't know. She's been looking
A
at
Renegade,
Grand
Jeep
Cherokees, and I said
Renegade.
if she's gonna get one of those, it's gonna be an SRT8. And we're not gonna fuck around and just get her a big V8.
Is she gonna get a can I talk to the manager?
No,
Is she changing
it's
her
gonna
name to
be Dustin
Karen?
drives halfway across the country and finds the perfect one Jeep.
Ugh.
Buy one of those old 80s CJs that flip over all the time.
Catfish was good to be on today. Where the fuck is he?
He never said he
Dude,
was
I
gonna
think
be
he
on.
said something about taking a frothy nap earlier, and I haven't heard anything since around the time he got off work.
Well, I'm gonna text him, wake his ass up.
Or he's in trouble or something.
He's in trouble.
Let's see. Justin Christian, are you awake, fag?
Are you awake, fag?
And sent. Alright. Oh, shit.
Justin Christian, Netflix and chill.
Yeah.
Chris, what's your next custom going to be?
I have not had any inspiration to do a custom since before TFCon, and I'm not feeling it right now. So I'm not pushing myself to do any.
Were you pissed because you didn't take first?
Not at all.
He placed very respectably considering the competition.
Yes, I have no qualms about it. I'm not jealous whatsoever.
You came home and you like smashed half your shit, like second
place again.
Some sappy music playing in the background.
Yeah, you're not first, you're last, you fucking pieces of shit.
That Predaking repaint, was it Magnaboss, was really dope. So to finish second to that is really good.
Daddy's boys just aren't good enough.
Into the melting pot you go.
Honestly, if anything, he should still be more upset about last year when he should have won it all but didn't. But
no, I was upset about that, but it's fine. But no, just I'm just not feeling doing the fucking sitting in the little chair and doing all the fucking work. Plus, it's the holidays. So, yeah, I'll get back to it when I get back to it.
That's all right.
It'll be
Chris.
all right.
Back in the day when I actually gave a shit about BotCon back in the early 2000s, there was a customizer. Many people that were active in the fandom know him. He died shortly after. His name was TF Master. That's what he went by on his online handle. He was the founder of the website, which was called Transtopia. That was where the first customizers got together, and then eventually the site got shut down, absorbed into Cybertron, whatever. But at BotCon, he built, this was back when the alternator line was in full swing, and he built a MP custom Menasor using MPO1 and then all the a bunch of alternator cars to make a Menasor. And cool. At BotCon, he didn't win with that. Nice. He was completely robbed. He should have won that year. And
I'll have to search that shit.
Yeah, I forget what. I don't know if he got second or third, but it's like I don't even know what they gave, but it was not worthy compared to that Menasor because that Menasor he built was fucking awesome.
Did he go on a stabbing tirade?
No, I get I only really got to hang out with TF Master for one BotCon, and then he died. He lived in Michigan, but I get the very distinct impression that he was heavily into drugs, and that's what led to his untimely death. But
cool. He sounds cool.
He was cool. He was a riot to hang out with at the conventions.
That's where the fucking magic comes from, man. The drugs. Communing with the chemicals in your brain to bring it out into just 3D-ness, man.
If I remember correctly, he was kind of one of the few that they did a moment of silence at the BotCon after his death. But I don't know. My memory's a little fuzzy, but because, like I said, I'm a little bit drunk.
Yeah.
You should do, Chris.
Good for you, Bugs.
You should do a Legends Combiner.
One of the things that I did think about doing before I went on hiatus was a mini bot combiner, a G1 mini bots. Put them together in some kind of configuration, like all of them. Even
where they're touching peeners, maybe even.
Yeah, even the dreaded swerve and tailgate.
You could do a car Voltron.
Ooh.
So where would you throw sea spray into that combination.
On the chest. And you don't have to use all of them on a combiner like that.
In the ass.
It'd be cool if you did.
Yeah, I mean, if I could figure out a way to keep them all intact so they could be individual bots and all that shit. Which I'm sure I could, but...
Well, that's just it. I mean, with the mini bots, you have a bunch of them that are repaints, so you can kind of make them look symmetrical in that sense, but then you get your unique ones like Warpath and Sea Spray and Power Glide and Beachcomber that are one and done, so you're going to have... Those would probably serve best in the torso if you want to maintain a symmetrical look between both the sides of the arms and legs.
I do have a picture on my phone of something like that where they use Brawn and Outback as the feet. Pipes and Huffer are the shoulders.
Yeah.
And Wind Charger and Tailgate are the forearms, that kind of shit. And Cosmos is the head with the arms flipped up, so it's kind of like horns.
That's interesting.
Obviously, Power Glide. The wings are just, wings on the back of the robot. That's
Actually, what would be cool is if you could make it so the other mini bots are the combiner, but then you have Cosmos as kind of like a buckler shield, and then Power Glide somehow turns into a sword. That would be bomb as hell.
That is a good idea.
Bomb as hell, bro.
That'd be whack.
Wiggity whack.
Bobby Brown whack.
Would be lit, bro.
I'm fucking lit.
All right,
That's
gentlemen.
my guy, Bugs.
I think I need to get off, and unfortunately, I'm the one hosting the call, so that'll effectively end the show. And it was a good one, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Turned out pretty well.
It was a slow start, but fuck, we're feeling around. We're fumbling with our virginity.
I was kind of disappointed that we didn't do any karaoke.
I just want to say that I'm currently watching the score, and it looks like the Titans are completely destroying Jacksonville, and I'm hoping the same thing happens this Sunday to Dallas.
Go suck a dick. Stop it.
Go Birds.
Fuck the
You
Eagles.
guys talking about fucking baseballs and touchdowns and stuff, or what?
Soccer.
Lacrosse.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Do you guys have a favorite football player?
No.
No.
My kid asked me that the other day when we were watching a game. She's like, who's your favorite player? I'm like, I don't have one.
Tom Brady.
Oh yeah, does he make a lot of baskets or what?
No, I don't have a favorite. No, does anybody have a favorite sports legend?
Bo Jackson.
Bo knows.
I mean,
Wilt Chamberlain.
fucking Michael Jordan, bro. I mean, what the fuck?
And
No Larry Birds.
I don't like
Super
Wilt for his
cliche, I
fucking...
know, but I mean, fucking Michael Jordan, dude.
Muhammad Ali.
Oh man, I am fucked up.
It's the Admiral.
Well,
It'll be that.
it's my birthday. I wanted to finish the bottle, and I did.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I have successfully made it 34 revolutions around the sun.
Oh, 34. I remember that.
I remember 34 too.
Me too.
It was a lot like 36 was.
Dude, I wasn't even a dad.
Yeah, I don't have.
I've been a dad for a long time. I'm ready to.
Yeah, you are. You're a fucking
My
grandpa.
I know. My kids are exiting out. It's
Jesus Christ,
it's kind of weird.
Grandpa shit.
Yeah.
Cool.
And how old are you again?
38.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
And you're a grandpa?
Yeah. My 17-year-old.
Man.
Yep.
Damn.
Didn't teach that 17-year-old very well to be popping out a kid.
You must have been like 17 when you had a kid too then.
I was 19.
Yeah, we did talk about this when he was on our show.
Yeah. I was 19.
It's still stunning to hear the numbers.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you know, and I told him I've even supplied my kids with condoms because, you know, the situation I went through. You know, not knowing any better, that's, you know, I didn't, you know, let it happen. It just happened. And his dumb ass didn't use a condom.
He's like, fucking pulling out? What's that?
Yeah, I mean,
Fuck pulling out.
now he's like lost in, now he's like
right?
lost in his girlfriend and chasing her around, and he's just losing focus. Keep trying to get him back.
What do you mean chasing her
Like,
around?
you know, like he's not putting priorities first. You know, I know it's tough being the dad at 17. He's still trying to do school, but he's got to bring in some kind of work. Now he's got to find a job, you know. I mean, I take him on. Yeah, I take him on a lot of side jobs, but he always comes to me. He's like, "Dad, you got work?" I'm like, "Dude, I don't. You know, I can't always have work for you. You know, I'm like, you gotta do something, man."
I
try to make it hard on him, but I'm there to cushion his fall. You know.
Right, that'd be do this. You got to have that fine line between fucking nice guy.
Right, like he called me the other day bitching because his cell phone bill wasn't paid. I'm like, dude, I'm not paying it no more.
First world problems.
So when is your grandchild due?
No, she's already here.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
October 27th. What day was what day was TFCon?
Around there, yeah.
Yeah, it was like the day before.
The 28th, so
it might have been the 25th.
Yep, that would have been like Friday.
Yeah, I think it was 25th.
Mm.
Yep, that's why I didn't go. I was all ready to go and found out like a month prior, or no, it was like 3 months. I found out, yeah, they were 6 months in their pregnancy.
God,
they ended up moving out to my aunt's house. Yeah, I'm like, well, I kind of knew it already.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah,
bitches be getting fat and shit. And...
Yeah. Yeah.
Adam,
I was like, so you gonna be a dad, huh? I told him just like that, and he was like, "What?" I'm like, "You gonna be a dad?" He was like, "No, what you talking about?" I'm like,
"Knock your girlfriend up, then."
I was like, I knew that, like, I don't know, because he kept coming at me wanting to take them nausea pills every day. I'm like, why are you throwing up every day and you feel fine? That's how I was. I had them sympathy pains and
sympathy pains.
I did. When I had my first kid at 19, I was scared as fuck. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was like, every day before work, I get in the car, get like a mile down the road, I had to pull over and puke out the fucking car door.
Damn.
I'm like, damn. And I asked the doctor about it, and that's what they told me.
I think I had a panic attack once right before my daughter was born, when it was getting close to happening. At work one night.
Yep. Man, I got a 16-year-old, you know, he's at that funny stage too. So
that funny stage, he calls it.
Where you could end up being a grandpa again.
Yeah, I want to punch him in the head just for being 16.
You're like, hey man, thanks for breathing the same goddamn air as me, motherfucker. Come over here.
Right.
Why are you smelling your finger all the time?
Come here, let me smell that. So fish finger ain't tell me about it.
So if the second one gets pregnant, are you gonna be extra hard on him because the first one already showed the example of what not to do?
No, he's like, hell no, I'm not being no father because he sees, you know, his brother's struggling and shit.
He's like, I'll make the bitch swallow.
Yeah.
To be an uncle before you graduate is a little bit awkward.
Yeah, and he's doing good. You know, they all are really, except, you know, the one with the kid. He's just chasing this girl, stuck behind the booty.
So is he actually still with the mother, or?
Yeah.
Cool. So you didn't force the shotgun wedding on him, huh?
Oh, I told him, I was like, dude, if you want to come home and you can keep your girlfriend out there, I was like, you don't have to be with her. I was like, I will help you out in any way you can, any way I can, but you don't have to be with her to be a dad. So I tell them that all the time.
Like if she's being a bitch.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there's so many split up families and mixed families, and I'm
Yeah.
sure he'll figure it out. It's just
Right.
He'll be all right.
He's just, yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. I came out okay.
right.
A lot of rough patches, but hey.
Got to get him into that sweet accounting postal delivery job.
Yeah.
I try to tell him, like, you know, don't. He's a good worker. I mean, I haven't had him on many of jobs with me. He hustles up. And I was like, damn, man, you can't be doing what I do. Do something else.
Does he have the motivation to do the work too? Like, I know if you take him to the job, he'll do it, but will he go seek out the work? And
Well, it sounded like he was asking his dad for more work, and he didn't.
Oh yeah. He's a hustler. I mean, he will go out there and really all my kids are. They're like the only kids
Get
I
that
know
grind on.
in a 20-mile radius that will go out and shovel snow for money. You know what I'm saying?
Get
When
that
it
grind
snows,
on. That's what I do for
Yeah.
a living, bruh.
and
It's
cut
lucrative,
grass.
Jim.
You know,
You keep doing the same people every year for, eventually you get more than you can fucking handle, dude.
right? I don't see no
started off
kids
with a
doing
daytime
that.
job. I had
Oh,
to
man.
I mean,
get a
they bought their
daytime job,
own.
started off.
They got their own dirt bikes and 4-wheelers. They bought themselves. You know, hustling up or working with me.
nice.
I had to get my wife to do that. Go out and shovel snow for people.
Oh man, my wife just finally got back to work. Her health has gotten better, so she's back to work. Oh man, I wish it was a month sooner, but hey, we're headed in the right direction. So headed in the right direction. Oh shit, 'cause she was out of work for 6 months.
So you were able to make it financially just on your income, but obviously with her working now, it's a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, it was. Well, we just recently got a car, you know, so I had a car payment and everything. She was making the car payment and the cable. And I was making the rent and getting the food and paying for my second oldest child online schooling. And a few other odds and ends. And then she lost it. And it's been all on me. I've kept it all.
So is your oldest is the one that is the father?
No, my second oldest. My oldest is my stepson. He's 19.
Oh wow.
He's got his own place. He's graduated high school. He's doing some kind of mechanical programming, or not programming. He wants to be a mechanic, and they're going to send him to North Carolina to do some intern down there for NASCAR next year.
Nice.
Yeah, they're putting up in
are
housing and everything.
Yeah, there are a lot of racing teams that are based out of Charlotte. Was it Dale Earnhardt's DEI? I think that was based in Charlotte.
Yeah. Yep.
A friend of mine got into working on trucks like Peterbilt and shit like that, and he was pretty happy doing mechanic work for that. He said it was pretty easy. Paid good.
Yeah, I imagine so. I did a little bit of it too. We did a lot of diesel motors and shit.
Well,
yeah, I'm a jack of all trades, man. I've done a lot of stuff. I mean, anything that involves a house, I pretty much know how to do. A lot of custom work, furniture, hands-on shit, cars, race cars.
It feels good
dirt
to build your own
bikes.
shit, doesn't it?
It does. Like, I got all the scrap wood laying around, and this is when I first got my first house. I still got the fucking table. We didn't have no kitchen table.
Mm-hmm.
So I built this round table out of just the scrap wood I had, and, my wife loved it, and everybody talks about it. So they're like, oh, you need to build me one. Like it's all scrap wood, or, you know, it's just the shit I had laying around. It wasn't, you know, I didn't have all the right tools, but I made it look good.
You build something out of scrap wood, and given the manufactured nature of a lot of products nowadays, just with particle board and shit, even with scrap wood, it's probably much better built than any of the particle board shit
That's what
buy in the store.
I mean. That was like 15 years ago. I still got the table, you know, it's rock solid.
Mm-hmm.
One last question before I end the thing here. What could you make out of driftwood?
Well, what do you want, Chris?
Hey, I won't tell nobody if I got a wooden cock if you don't tell nobody you got splinters in your ass.
You threw that shit on Etsy, man.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for doing this. Jen, thanks for stopping by.
Sure.
Anthony, thanks for stopping by. DA, Bugs, me, Adam. It was a good time.
Yeah,
yes, it was.
Until we see each other in the groups.
Fuck
All
yeah.
right.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.